Play in the Minnesota zone off the opening draw. Soucy fires and a tip out front goes just wide.
Canucks getting a chance early. This real early. Long time without a whistle. It's Juleson. We're coming off last game. He wasn't the guy going through the slot. That was Quinn Hughes.
Puts on the brakes. Tried to leave it for Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek spins away from Bluger. Back to Kaprizov. Out to Bogosian, a shot. And a save by Lankinen. Johansson races back for the Wild. Has Hartman with him. Johansson moves to the slot. A shot kicked away by Lankinen. Kaprizov try to keep it alive in the corner. Myers hustles after it. Got there before Eriksson Ek. Boldy ripped one across. And Lankinen will cover. Vancouver, one of the more physical teams in the league. You mentioned the hits. They're second in terms of hits per game. Here comes Burrows through neutral ice, ahead for Sherwood. Sherwood fights into the Minnesota zone. Tried to drop it back to Höglander. And now it comes out to center ice.
And Declan Chisholm just getting caught flat-footed, being aggressive, looking for offense. Maybe anticipating Lankinen to freeze that puck, but big run they had to the playoffs. But he's come to Vancouver and been terrific for him.
Rossi carries in to Bogosian, centers! Rossi a redirect and a save by Lankinen. Paul Marco Rossi looking for the game's first goal. Stopped by Lankinen at 0-0. Bluger comes ahead for Vancouver. Höglander drives in for a shot, and Gustafsson. DeBrusque, who leads the team with 4 power play goals, hands it off to Besser. Now back to DeBrusque. Cross ice Pettersson fires, save Gustafsson. Pettersson retrieves. Hughes back to Pettersson. Now Hughes in the middle. A long shot, they score. Hughes, who came into this game with 11 power play assists, but no power play goals, throws this one toward the net. It sounded like it hit something on the way.
Fusion on the wild kill. You look at Trennian, he's sitting a little too deep. He's communicating with Bogosian. Heads are on a swivel. They're trying to figure this one out. And because of the confusion, Trennian late getting out in the slot, not in the shot lane. And Bogosian trying to sort out who he's trying to.
Controlled now by Ratu in the corner. Up high, Juleson a shot. Knocked away by Gustafsson. Rebound chance fired high and wide by Soucy.
Philip Hronek, his D partner's been out with injury.
Eriksson Ek. Kaprizov fires. Saved by Lankinen. Sends it back in for Minnesota. Loose puck in the circle. Trennian a shot right on IR. Fans shouldn't be alarmed by that. It's a retroactive move. Those players could still be activated. Spurgeon deflects it ahead. Boldy feeds Spurgeon driving wide. His shot got through. A blocker save by Lankinen. Moves it to the line. Middleton off the skate of Faber. Boldy fires. That goes wide. Rebound picked up by Johansson. Boldy in the slot. A shot saved by Lankinen. And he covers the rebound. And gets a good look from the slot. Lankinen with his 12th save. It's 1-0. Patiently waiting. Feeds Hughes up high. Back to Besser. Pettersson to Besser. A shot. Save Gustafsson. Rebounds loose. And Gustafsson tracks it down and covers.
Is comfortable in the setup. He wants to be a shooter, and Besser gets this little touch and goal with Pettersson off the mark for a one-timer, but he still gets a good chunk of that one. And Gustafsson threw a screen. He does a good job getting the shoulder up. That one.
Chisholm hands it off to Kaprizov. A shot off the post. He beat Lankinen, but caught iron. Beat the goaltender, but catches iron. It's still 1-0 Canucks.
Kraft, some of the guys from the early days, and that Moorhead program produces, it seems, per capita, the most top-end players.
Foligno to Gaudreau. He scores!
Starts with a play in the D zone from Brock Faber. A little backhand feed there. Then Freddie Gaudreau. He tips it back up to Foligno, but it's all about getting turned, getting up the ice. He closes the gap. 3-on-1, Tyler Myers can cover a lot of ground. He's a big guy, but you can't cover 3 players, and that's just a perfect setup. Marcus Foligno on the forehand leaves the traffic out in front. It's catching something, deflecting. Again, that's stressful for Lankinen. Each one of those adds up to while they're also countering fast.
Another look. This one just off the bench for sure, but it was blocked. Lost it to Heinen, back of the net. Höglander splits the defense, walks in, and a glove save by Gustafsson. Seen many pucks this period, but here he stops Höglander from close range. It's 1-1. Soucy a shot. That got through, and a save by Gustafsson. Soucy with it again. Wild bottled up for the first time of the period. Soucy toward the net. Merrill got a skate on it. Pettersson, and then on the rebound they score. DeBrusk on the second chance flipped it up over the shoulder of Gustafsson. And in a period where Vancouver did next to nothing offensively.
That front, John Merrill's in a good spot. He's got Pettersson on his backside. He blocks it. It's landed, but Pettersson just wins that battle, turns John Merrill inside out, and Huznadinov loses his guy. Watch DeBrusk. He's got good position. DeBrusk just shakes him. Huznadinov a little too aggressive, a little too nonchalant. DeBrusk jumps on that rebound. That's his 4th goal.
Interestingly, in his first 17 games against Vancouver, he had only 2 points, and then had 6 in that game. Boldy to the side of the net. Kaprizov centers. Lankinen got a piece of it. Middleton a shot. He scores! A lot of grinding work along the wall and out front that created the chance.
Well, I think it counts because they're just throwing pucks at Lankinen, and Lankinen actually struggled with a couple of these. There was a rebound out in front of him, didn't look comfortable, didn't handle things cleanly. You've got 2 bodies from Vancouver flying around. Pettersson, DeBrusk, and Middleton. The well-placed shot.
Back to Hughes. Pettersson for Besser, pad save. Gustafsson denies. DeBrusk on the rebound.
Of this variety last game allows Gustafsson to see it, but he's aggressive and available to jump on the rebound.
Hughes puts on the brakes, trying to get it to Pettersson. A takeaway for Minnesota. It's Eriksson Ek on the breakaway. Eriksson Ek denied by Lankinen. And then he lost his stick. The Canucks have an advantage coming back. And he hands it off to Kaprizov. Kaprizov for Rossi off of his skate. Rossi tried to recover, couldn't do it. It's a 2-on-0, and off the post. Besser caught iron. 2-on-1, Rossi the other way. Rossi with Kaprizov. Kaprizov scores! It's a win for the Wild in overtime.
But it almost didn't happen. This is Brock Besser, 2-on-0. How many times has Gustafsson made a save like that or forced a shooter into a bad spot? They go down the other way off the rebound from the post. The Besser shot, 2-on-1. Rossi fighting off a back check from Besser. Finds the sweet spot on Kirill Kaprizov's tape, and that one's in the back of the net. No chance for Lankinen. Wild win this one, 3-2 in dramatic fashion, and they sweep the homestand. Pretty finish, fun game. Kirill Kaprizov, the game winner.
What a finish. Unbelievable ending here in St. Paul. Kaprizov.